difference between SAP HANA and S4 HANA. Right? So this is the architecture of SAP. So here we have a presentation layer, right? And here we have our application layer, and here we have our database layer, right? So this is our presentation layer. This is our application layer. And this is the database layer. Right. So there will be, of course, the link between the presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. Right. So presentation layer theory is the presentation layer. Theory is the presentation layer, and application layer is S4 HANA is the application layer, right? And SAP HANA or HANA database, it is called as SAP HANA or HANA database, right? So this is the HANA database, HDB. So this is the database layer. So theory is the presentation layer, S4 HANA is the application layer, and SAP HANA HDB is the database layer. Right? So end users, they will be working with Fiori. Whoever want to use the our SAP HANA applications, they will be using the Fiori, right? So the end users will be given training to use this Fiori. And application layer, all the processing will be done in the S4 HANA, and this is nothing but the application layer. And database layer is nothing but the SAP HANA. It is called as the HANA database, right? So so in general they call it as SAP HANA or S4 HANA. So in general, when we are talking about SAP HANA or S4 HANA, both are same, because we'll be we are trying to create some applications in our S4 HANA, right? But in the background, it will use this HDB HANA database, right? So whatever suppose if we write some SQL code, so in the background, what it is doing, so it will use the HANA database to get the data, right? So training point of view, some people, they call it as S4 HANA training, some people call it as SAP HANA training, right? So both are one and the same, but architecture wise, this is how it works, right? So database layer is nothing but the HANA database, application layer is nothing but the S4 HANA, and presentation layer is nothing but the Fiori. So Fiori is the presentation layer, S4 HANA is the application layer, and SAP HANA or HANA database is the database layer, right? So yes, any other concerns in this part? So some training team, they call it as S4 HANA training. Some people call it as SAP HANA training, right? And ABAP on HANA means, ABAP on HANA is we'll be doing the ABAP coding, right? So we'll also cover that part. So that means we'll be doing in our S4 HANA application layer only, ABAP on HANA. So ABAP on HANA is one part, right? So that is one topic, ABAP on HANA. So how we will do the coding in our S4 HANA, right? So that is one topic, one of the topic in our course. So we will discuss that, right? Yes, sir. Any other concerns, Varun? CDS views is nothing but we'll be doing the coding, right? So we'll be doing the coding. So that comes under ABAP on HANA, CDS views, right? So CDS views comes under the ABAP on HANA. We will cover them in the ABAP on HANA topic. Yes, any other concerns?
No, Vidya.
Okay. Okay. So today's topic is Madhuri. Yesterday I have shared the recording for you, right?
Yeah, Vidya.
Yesterday's class, yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
saw that.
so today we will discuss the topic of variables. So what are variables? How to create the variables? So variables, these are used for filters based on some field, right? So these are used for filters based on some field. Based on a particular field, we can apply the filters using these variables. And there is also another concept called input parameters. Input parameters, here we can pass some value for calculation purposes. Here we can pass some value for calculation purposes. So let us see how we can use this variables and the input parameters. Right? So let me log into our system here. So double click on our HANA Studio. We can take any table for our example. So let's try to take some table. So let's go to the schema. Our schema is BAN. BAN is our schema. So try to go to the tables here. So we are having some tables here. What do we have here? Shop table 40. So let me open the content. So okay, so we are having some information like shop ID, article ID, color code, margin, amount sold. Okay, 1 second. Let's go to our package. Our package is Z Model, right? So Z Model, the package name. So let's try to filter out our package. So this is our package. Expand the package, and we can take any attribute view or analytic view. So let's check what is the data we are having. Data preview. Okay. So here we are having some information, right? So we are having some net price, right? So we are having some net price field here, right? So this is the net price. And what are the other fields we are having here? What do we have in this? Let me check the data preview. Okay, so here we are having bookers company code, right? So company code is 0001. We are having city, and we are having VQRG and VText, right? So we have taken T001 and TVKO tables. Okay, so what do we have here in our cube? In our cube, we are having VBAK and VBAP, right? So let me do one thing. Let me try to, we are having currency NETWR, NETPR, right? So we are having some currencies here. So, so this is the data, right? Okay. So let's say, for example, whenever we want to create a variable, right? So we can add some filter basically. So we don't have bookers here. Okay, I think we can select bookers here. 1 second. Let me select the bookers field. Company code. Okay, we have bookers underscore VF in this table. How about in this table? VBAP. VBAP, do we have bookers? We don't have bookers here. So here itself we have that bookers. So let me select that field, company code to be built. And here also, let me add this to our target, right? And here also, let me select this for our output. And then let me save and activate and check the data preview and raw data. So PBLN currency field, okay, and we are having the bookers company code, right? So we are having all this data. Okay, so whenever we want to create a filter, what we can do, we can go to the semantics, right? And here if you observe, there is a field here called parameters or variable. So select the parameters or variable, and you can create a new variable. So select the plus button, and you can give the name of your variable, right? So let us try to create a variable for our company code. So let me name it as variable underscore bookers. So this is our variable name. right? So, and here it will automatically select the view, whatever the view we are working, it will automatically select that view, right? And here under the attribute, we can select the field. What is the field we want to create our variable, right? Because we basically variables are used for filters based on some field. So what is that field we want to use to create the filter? So this is the field bookers underscore vf. So for this particular field we want to create the filter, right? So selection type is single value, and so here you can give the selection type as single value interval range. If you want to give a range of values also, you can give the range, right? So it all again depends on the requirement, what kind of what is the filter they want us to apply. And if you select is mandatory, that means we have to give some input when we are trying to check the data preview. We have to definitely give the input, right? So so that's it, right? So here this is the field. For this field we want to create the filter, right? So select the OK button, and so here we can see this is our variable name, var underscore bookers, right? So go ahead and try to save and activate our model and check the data preview now. So here it will ask for the input. So we have to provide the input. So you can, if you select the drop down, all the available company codes, it will display all the available company codes. So whatever the input you give, right, select the OK button and select OK. So now if you go to the data, raw data, it will only give the company code 1000, right? So this one, this is our VKBUR, and sorry, this is our company code bookers underscore VF, right? And here if you observe, it is giving the net prices. So net prices, all of these are the net prices, right? So this is the concept of creating the variables. That means based on a particular field, we can provide the we can provide the basically to, these are used for filters, right? So filtering purpose based on some field, and we can also create input parameters, right? So whenever we want to, so let's try to create an input parameter. So whenever you want to create an input parameter, what you can do is like you can go here to the aggregation, right? And here if you scroll down, we have this option called input parameters, right? So select the input parameters, right click, select new. We will try to create one input parameter called discount. So we'll try to create one input parameter called discount. So my field name is DASC. So this is my field name. So here what we can do is for the parameter type, you can select static list. That means I want to give a range of I want to give a range of different values basically, and let me select as is mandatory, right? So go ahead and try to select the add button, right, under the uh, data type. So what is the data type for this new field? So we can mention the data type here. So let us take it as decimal, because we are going to deal with the discounts and all those things. So give the length as total length as 15, and after dot we can have two characters, two fields, right? So so list of values. So select the plus button and here you can give a name, right? So let's say we want to give some 0.3% discount. So select the add button. You want to have different percentages like 0.2, 0.3, and 0.1. So this is our 0.1%. So these are the three different kinds of discounts we want to apply. Suppose if it is a Christmas sale, they want to apply some 0.3% discount. If it is a season end of season sale, they want to apply some 0.2% discount. And if it is a some spring break sale, something like that, then they want to apply 0.1%. So these are the three different kinds of discounts they would like to apply based on the scenario, or based on that particular time, right? So this is our new field discount. Label is also discount. Parameter type is static list, and we are trying to make this as a mandatory. And data type is decimal, and we are giving the length as 15 character long, right? And list of values. So we have given three different percentages here: 0.3%, 0.2%, and 0.1%. So select the OK button, right? So now this discount, we want to use it some new field. We want to create a new field. So select the calculated column, right click, new calculated column, and let us name this as our new net price. This is our new net price. So there is some already existing net price. So we want to calculate some new net price, right? So this is our new field, new column. So data type is, again, we will be dealing with the prices and all those things. So it's better to take the data type as decimal, and length you can take it as 15, and scale you can take it as 2. And this would be our measure, because we can measure the discount fields. So it's going to be a measure, right? And then we can have some formulae. So the new discount, how do we want to calculate the new discount? So new net price. So let us multiply our net price, existing net price. You can double click, right? This is our new existing net price, and we want to multiply it with discount. So we have created one field called discount. So we want to multiply whatever the discount the user gives, right? We want to multiply with that. So all we have to do is, like, we just have to expand them, and if we double click, it will take the field here, right? So this is our new net price. So we want to have the product of old net price, existing net price into discount, and this we want to have it as our um, we want to have this as our new field, right? New net price value. So you can validate the syntax. So valid expression, and you can select the OK button, right? So select the OK button. So we have the net price, and we also have new net price after discount. So whatever the discount the user want to have, it will calculate the net price into that discount, and it will give the new net price. So go ahead and try to save and activate, right? So let's try to select the data preview. See here, it is asking two things. One is the company code. So this variable underscore bookers, that is our variable input. So let us take 1000, and it is also asking the discount. What is the discount you want to provide? Whether you want to give 0.3% discount or 0.2 or 0.1 percentage. So let us try to have 0.3 percentage as our discount, right? So we are asking the user to give two inputs. One is the company code, other one is the discount. What is the discount they want to apply? So select the OK button, right? And now let's go to the raw data. So here, this is our existing net price. And if you scroll down, we have calculated one new column, new net price. So this is our new net price. So it has it has taken 3% discount here. We have applied 3% discount. So 1120 became 336, right? Because yeah, it has multiplied. We are trying to multiply this with 0.3, right? So this is the percentage. This is our new net price, right? So yes, are we fine with the concept of variables and input parameters?
I'm fine with you.
Madhuri and Varun.
Yeah, fine with you.
Huh. So we'll be using this a lot, right? We'll be using this creating the variables, creating the input parameters, and we'll be using these concepts a lot, right? So please try to practice. And yes, any other concerns? How is the practice part going on?